Yo, it's FC reveal day. FC26 reveal is happening in a couple minutes, which also means a pre-order will be today, probably be like right after, if not during the freaking showcase. But I hope you all having a good day. This one, the good giveaway is here with a video for you guys. I'm gonna be doing a live reaction. So not gonna be live for y'all, but it's live recording of the FC reveal. It's about FC26 and some other things too. Then I get this video up for you guys to watch immediately before I myself like go get ready for my actual Twitch stream. We're gonna be playing some Master Duel and maybe some Destiny. We'll see what I'm doing. But that's the plan. That's the plan. Hope you're all, like I said, having a good day. Unless you're a rat. If you're a rat, I hope you're having a bad day. Hope you're having a bad day. And they get the meme too. They're talking about freaking gameplay.
It's a beautiful day for football. I hope we see a great game, Stuart.
Well, hopefully we actually see the game today, Derek.
That's more like it. A perfect
more bounce
challenge.
backs. Fewer bounce backs, cleaner interceptions. Make gameplay faster. Yeah, Trinity Robin got her new hairstyle in there. Let's see you, EA. More pace.
Like he's got the ball on a string.
Trying to fix the dribbling, because remember at the beginning of the year, dribbling is pretty awful. This one comes like less stick dribbling. Pretty much have to do technical sprint dribbles. Do deflection goals. Passing feels sluggish, it really does. Tiki taka right there. Yeah, I don't really, like, I'll do tracer stuff, I don't really care about that. I'm gonna see what you don't for the gameplay. More of the movement. Power shot. A loaded in power shot. They just censored someone's kid. And I think I'm like trying to have the kid looks like. It's not a licensing thing because they just wouldn't have a kid in the game to begin with. So it's most like some kind of secret kid they don't want you to see until the actual freaking gameplay.
Give people what they want. Give them Zlatan.
Give them Zlatan. Alex Morgan. Elevation. I swear if I tag Alex Morgan's icon card, we will build an entire team around her to be the only thing we use throughout the year. Pre-order bonuses, all that stuff. I mean, it looks like they're listening to the fan base, well, to the gamers. I will say that, like, they focused at a lot of people were thinking it's gonna be nothing but like cinematic trailer. They just show gameplay. You know, there's a lot of gameplay, not really, but it'll still gameplay. It's only like a few minutes long of just gameplay, so you gotta give them credit there. Obviously, we won't really know what this game is like until we get into our hands ourselves. Even like no matter what you see when it comes to a video game, you gotta remember that it's always a vertical slice. For those who don't know what vertical slices are, a vertical slice is it's part of a video game that's developed just for showing off. It's not like the actual full gameplay, but it's like in gameplay content. So it's made to look just like the actual gameplay. But it might not be exactly how the game actually plays. Like most video game trailers that you see that show gameplay, it's just a vertical slice. So you're not seeing it with like the full UI and full animations and things like that that could bog down like frame rate. I'm not saying that's what that was, but that could be what it is. So we have to see more, obviously, but it's a good start with them showing off that there was the gameplay. They're trying to fix tackle backs, not tackle backs, trying to fix like the bounce backs, trying to fix the general tackling of you getting the ball and not getting the possession. Something I complained about the entire year was you will win the ball but not get the possession. Like you'll see your player win the ball, then ball go back to the player or go somewhere else. Instead of just being on the foot of the person who just won the ball. That they're showing off, they're trying to fix the keeper situation, keeper movement. It's kind of like dumb, not keeper, but it's like in terms of like player keeper movement, but like keeper movement in terms of like how they themselves position themselves. They don't really position themselves in a way to like stop shots correctly. Trying to show that they're fixing that, trying to fix deflections, because usually when it comes to deflections, they always push the ball back towards, like when it comes to like a keeper parry, they'll parry the ball back towards the defender to try to like parry, get away from anyone. Like you want to like IRL, the keepers will try to angle their hands to parry that ball at least out of bounds. Or if they see like they have a teammate next to them trying to parry towards that teammate. So we'll see when it comes down to like the actual gameplay, when it comes to like, you know, any early access or deep dives that they do to show off the gameplay more. Let's jump through here and just see what other things that they had in here and get it to do what I want to do. So we can like at least just read some of the stuff to see what actually was like added. Definitely wasn't freaking that long. Because there's so many like prompts and you couldn't see all the freaking prompts. Let's look at those prompts. I think it's funny though that they kind of like predicted how people will react to it. Like, you know, you're going to show a movie instead of showing the game. Also, the We Hear You, that leads into a reaction I have planned for tomorrow or later, where Nick RTFM was talking about how he thinks EA is trying to become more transparent with the community. So the whole We Hear You is like their way of like confirming that.
Oh, it's a beautiful day for football. I hope we see a great.
All right, so let's see what pops up. So I saw NWSL. All right, so we got fixed tackles, way too many bounce backs. Not anymore. Fewer bounce backs. All right, so he actually like he wins the ball and gets the possession. More control interceptions. Rewards good timing. Cleaner stand tackles. The stand tackles has been rough this year, so they definitely freaking make those better. One of the animations that you see allow interceptions is that you'll see a player throw their body to do an interception, but they don't actually get the possession of it. They'll do like a little like a slide tackle animation to get the interception, but the ball will like just bounce off their foot, which I'm guessing that's the same even more when it comes to like more control interceptions. So you can play to do the animation without losing the ball. So that's good to see. More consistent outcomes. Basically, again, pointing out that, you know, you will win the ball more often when it comes to like, you know, the whole you win the ball but you don't get possession, so you will get the possession more often than not. Faster gameplay, cleaner slide tackles. Probably like, because a lot of people don't like, if you watch most people who play this game at a high level, and again, I'll be like Div 3 and higher, so Div 3 up to elite and up to the pro scene, you don't see a lot of slide tackling because it's just too risky. So I'd imagine EA look at the numbers because they have data for everything that people do in the game. You're probably seeing that slide tackles numbers are very low, and want to figure out a way to make it to where it's not as risky to do a slide tackle. Basically showing like smoother position changing. You know, like whenever, like sometimes you play the game and you try to like angle your players, they'll get a little sluggish with like how they do their cuts and do their turns, trying to show like, hey, they're a lot smoother when it comes to their turns, making the animations better. Basically saying like, hey, you don't have to worry about speed boosting. If your players are fast, they'll just be fast. Because a lot of the issues that we have in this game is you'll do like a through ball like that, and even though you have a pacey player and they're pretty much at the exact same like level when it comes to positioning as the defenders will somehow still become fast enough to like, you know, pinch that off, even though your player should be faster than freaking, you know, a center back. Otherwise, you won't want them on your freaking team. Dribbling. It does look better. You got that bounce back. They're showing the annoying bounce back.
I don't think he'll be blaming the goalkeeper this year.
Well, it looks like they've been hard at work on that, doesn't it?
Well, I haven't seen that one before, or that one.
Off ball shielding. Yeah, something that definitely needs to improve. Like you don't really see it, like you try to do like a pass to your players and they'll go behind the defender and just stay behind the defender, and it's like, excuse you, why is my player not trying to get back into position to like receive the ball? If you try to do like a through ball or a ping pass and your player when you pass them the ball, they're like in front of the defender, but then when a ball, by the time the ball gets to them, they're behind the defender. So it's like, I guess now what they're trying to say is say, hey, your attackers will try to fight to stay in that position better.
Oh, that's more like it.
What a goal. Get in.
On ball physicality. I think it was a Liverpool kit. It was VVD. Let's slow this down because at the end here they speed things up. So let's slow it down a little bit. They speed things up by a lot. Remember how it's before they blur out one of the kits. So I guess we're trying to hide Liverpool's kit. They got BQ. We'll slow it down a little bit more because it's still moving a little too fast. Like I said, at the end here, they kind of like just wrap it up. This looks like it's actually rush. So I'm guessing they're going to add a keeper. They're going to allow you to play keeper and rush, which could be a bad thing or a good thing. It could be fun if you're someone who actually wants to play keeper and you think you're good at it. But it can be irritating when it comes to like somebody else freaking, you know, going to be a dumbass playing freaking as a keeper. Inverted wing backs. That's probably going to be like a new role. So, you know, you have like your false, I must say false, not your false backs, wing back, attacking wing back, and full back. So they probably add inverted wing backs as a role in the game, which would be good for people who want to play like three backs, because if they allow you to get that on, say like a player who can play as a left mid, you can use inverted wing backs on them as a role to help out there. So you have precision header style. It's going to make heading better when it comes to like particular players. So if you have a precision header play style, they'll probably still have the same kind of heading system they have now, where it's like inconsistent. But with this play style, you have way more accuracy on your headers. More frame passing, signature perks. What does it even freaking mean? That's the signature perks. Make us skill moves easier. I think it's probably because they probably notice people do skibbles on accident. Like there's skibbles people don't mean to do. They're trying to do like a ball roll, or trying to just turn like a turn, and their player does another animation they're not trying to freaking do. You know, see like how quick this is like going. Signature person, looked at that high contrast mode. Why the fuck trying to freaking have a high contrast mode, or are they trying to show something else? Rebalance formations. They try to freaking like go right past that. Makes you wonder what they're referring to when they say rebalance formations. So probably like they might go through every formation with a fine-tooth comb to make sure they work properly within the game. Because you gotta understand, when it comes to like the 4-2-1-3, for example, the reason the 4-2-1-3 is what it is because it doesn't behave correctly in the game, and EA doesn't want to just remove it from the game without just going through a full cycle. Think about like the 4-3-2-1 from last year, and that's 2024. The 4-3-2-1 was a broken formation, and EA themselves admitted it. And it was like, hey, we're gonna change this formation up. At first, the thought process was they wanted to have it in the game, but what they did was they changed up how the midfield behaves, and then they made it to where you don't have center forwards, you have cams with your striker. So they might do the same thing with all formations in this year's game, where you know. They go through make sure things behave properly. The 4-2-1-3 is behave properly. The way that your DMs behave is the best in the game. Like no other formation when it comes to DMs behave the way the 4-2-1-3's DMs behave. In that spacing that they have up top as well, when it comes to like your the striker and the two wingers, their positioning being that high up and that flat, because it's like that. If you look at the stat screen of it, it's like a flat line between those three. You have your cam, who's like in a perfect position to like be that bridge between those players. Just the way the way it behaves just makes it like it breaks the game. So they're gonna change up how formations work, just to like try to like counteract there being formations that can just be broken. Area fortress play style. That's just a start. Trying to see if there's anything more in here. All All right, then this goes to the Zlatan. All right. But no, that's it for me. It's supposed to be long, so we're gonna go ahead and get this edited and get this off for you guys. Big boy. Good day.